Greetings, everyone. Thank you, guys, for tuning in to the Truth Podcast. We have a special guest on the show. This topic here needs to be talked about, and it needs to be brought to light. And because I speak about it more over, and it seems like people are not catching on to what I'm trying to say or what I'm talking about because we don't want to face reality, and reality hurts a lot of people, and reality stings a lot of people because they don't like to be told the truth. And some people will make you feel bad because you know the truth, and they don't because they are more scared to show their truth because of what people are thinking. So I have a young lady on the podcast, and this topic that she's going to talk about, I think you all need to tune in. You all need to pay attention and take some notes if you have to, because she's going to give out a lot of information that's going to bring a lot of light to your life and is going to make you understand why you need to do this. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, True, for having me on. I really appreciate you opening your doors to me and getting this information out there. And so just a little bit of, background about myself. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, born and raised here my whole life.
Hmm.
Um, I did everything right. You know how they say go to school, get good grades, go to college, get a job with benefits, all of that stuff. I did that.
Hmm.
Right. I ended up being a fifth grade teacher for a while. But what I found out is that the curriculum that they wanted me to teach these kids, these ain't what these young black and brown kids need to be knowing, right? Or their
Hmm.
history. So when you wake up to certain stuff, there's no going back to sleep, right? And so I ended up, quitting that teacher position, and I got into, the life insurance industry, financial services, and I've been doing this since 2021. And just the things that I've learned completely changed my life, right? No cliche, but it really changed how I thought about money, how I thought about insurance, how I thought about a lot of things. And so once I got to learning it, it became my mission, my crusade to tell as many people that'll listen as possible, right? Get the information out there because somebody's going to catch the information. And so, um, when it comes to life insurance, there's a lot of misconceptions. The first one is that it's expensive. All truth, I don't need no insurance. That thing gonna cost me $100 a month, thousands a month. Not really. Not really. I'm gonna tell you the story real quick. This guy I went to school with, sat down with him, right? Educated him, got a quote. This is a young guy. End up getting him a quote for $1 million. How much do you think he was gonna pay a month for that? 1 million.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say about $25 a month.
Close, close. A little bit more than that. $69.
Wow.
$69 a month for 1 million. Fast forward, I'm in Florida at a company convention. Get on my Facebook, or let's go back. He didn't get the policy. He didn't
Hmm.
get the policy. He just got a quote. Literally 6 months and a week later, I get on Facebook and he got murdered in my city. 6 months
Wow.
in a week,
Wow.
literally. So if he would have put in, I did the math, right? $69
Hmm.
times 6 months. Okay, that's less than $500. He would have gave the insurance company, and by contract, they would have gave his family $1 million.
Wow.
It works, right?
Wow.
But guess what he
Mm.
ended up going to do? What we all do. Our favorite life insurance app, the GoFundMe, right? Only raised about $2,000.
That's
$2,000.
not enough to cremate you.
Exactly. Exactly. Right? And so I tell people that all the time, it's not expensive. And even if it is, you pay for
It's
Apple
worth it.
Music faithfully, correct.
Mm.
You pay for that Prime subscription, $10 a month. You paying Amazon, uh 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 what's the other one with the Netflix? We paying all of that.
Hmm.
Add all those up, that's a monthly payment.
So let me ask you,
Mm-hmm.
why do you think in the black culture,
Mm-hmm.
and I know a lot of people's gonna say that he go again. I'm telling you, they criticize everything I say is because when truth is coming at you, you can't dodge it. It's gonna hit you, or you duck, or
Correct.
you try to back up. It's still gonna hit you.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you think? in the black community, they feel like they don't need no insurance, or they go straight to the GoFundMe. Why do
Mm.
you think why do you think that's happening in the black culture?
Well, that's a good question. First question I will say is lack of knowledge about its true benefits, not what it is, what it does. That's the
Hmm.
first thing. There's not enough people that look like you and I on here giving out this information. Average agent, 56-year-old white man, and they talk to people that look like them. So if they at the country club and over here at the horse races talking to they people about it, well, who's talking to us? So that's the first thing. Lack of knowledge on what it can do for your family. Second thing, I think what it is like a it's like a taboo type of subject, and people feel like they'll be like jinxed for, you know what I mean, if they talk
Hmm.
about it, if they go get it, they feel like they are going to pass away the next day. That just doesn't make sense. And the other one I find is a real big, seated in our mental, is that we feel kind of guilty. We feel kind of guilty. I talk to people a lot, and they're like, "Oh, I want to get some on my mom, but I don't want to benefit off of her death. I don't want to." Exactly. That's why I'd be like, "Hold on, what do you mean?" And they like, yeah, I don't want to feel like I'd rather have her than the money. Stuff like that I hear. It's like, sorry, that can't happen. But imagine you get a check for $500,000. She, I love you, mom. Why we grieving you, mom? But thank you.
Life goes on.
I say it's like a every time somebody die without life insurance, it's like ripping up a lottery ticket. Right? If you think about it, every family member that goes, like, oh, that could have been 100 grand, that could have been 200 grand, a million, right? But nobody wants to think about having to lose somebody to get some money, right?
Wow.
And so they rather go without and feel like, oh, people are gonna love my sob story, donate to my mom, my dad, whoever, because
Hmm.
nobody was proactive. You know what I mean?
So for my insurance, right?
Mm-hmm.
And and I think, like you said, people don't. You can groom yourself to learn everything else, but you cannot groom yourself to learn the bare minimum of the
Mm.
necessary stuff that you need. Life
Yep.
insurance you need it because the
Yep.
government only give you $250. That's it, and
Mm-hmm.
you got to come up with the rest.
Yep.
But my question is that when I was going for my insurance,
Mm-hmm.
and I did not know, I was more taken back to anything when they start going for your credit check. Now, I don't know if that's a racist thing. I don't know if that's criteria. I don't know if that's something that's part of to rate with how much you get, or I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So, can you explain that part?
Yeah, it's so crazy. I just had a client. She got approved, but she was what we call rated. So there's three options. Like when you apply for life insurance, basically all it is this: we telling the insurance company, hey, I want to pay this amount of money every month to have this amount of coverage. I want
Hmm.
to pay $69 a month to have $1 million in coverage on my life. Right? If we're talking $69, we're talking about a term policy. There's only two types, term and permanent. So let's say we're trying to apply for a term insurance policy. So you're telling them, hey, I got $69 if you're going to cover me for $1 million for the next 30 years of my life. Right?
Hmm.
So the insurance company, they see that. That's an offer to them. And they're either going to accept it as it is. Okay, we'll accept $69 for $1 million based off of everything that they look for. They're looking at your medical records. They're looking at your driving record. They're looking at a TransUnion report for your
But why is that though? Why is they
credit.
gotta check this stuff though, just
This
for
is what it
life
is.
insurance?
Yep. Because they're looking at your payment history. Because if they get locked into this contract with you, they want to know that you're gonna pay for this insurance. Granted, I know things happen, right? Way back in the
Hmm.
day, stuff going on. But they're assessing your risk to them. Because essentially, who's really gonna be out, if something was to happen? They
Hmm.
would. You like the guy, he would only have been out $500, but they gotta do $1 million, right, to your family. And so they want to assess your risk to them. And so the second thing they'll say is, okay, we're going to approve you, Truth, but because of your credit history, because of your XYZ, right? You're going to have to pay a little bit more to us to take on this risk, which is you, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
I know you mentioned earlier about is it a racist thing? Not at all, because when you do the application, there's no box for your race. They outlawed that back in the 19, was it 68, 60 something, not that long ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it was predatory. They were not approving black people for life insurance once upon a time, right? And if they were only getting them $10,000 for burial, right?
Wow, that's wow.
Or they were getting them a term policy and not explaining it to them. So when Big Mama died, oh yeah, she been paying on this life insurance for 20, 30 years. Sorry, she died in year 31. That policy gone. So they were predatory towards us. But again, they were selling their people the good stuff. They were getting their kids set up 2 weeks old with permanent life insurance policies. Not for the death benefit. No, no, no. They're not about to take the kid out. That's not what they're doing. That's another thing. Oh, people know I got insurance. They gonna try to take me. Huh?
Mhm. I mean, but you do hear stories there because just
It's
I say
crazy.
about a month or two ago, a
Mm-hmm.
young kid did kill his mother, and
Wow.
he went on social media once he got the check. He cashed the check, and once he got it, he was all on social media. It was no more like 16, 17. And but
Crazy.
the thing that I don't understand is because when I was in the management world,
Mm-hmm.
I used to tell my associates, and I know the economy is rough for everybody, but it's going to be rougher on a person if you die today or tomorrow and don't have no insurance. Because you're
Correct.
going to sit in that morgue with no insurance, and
Yep.
eventually your body going to start turning black and rotten, and
Yep.
they're going to cremate you and throw you in the wind.
Yep.
So my thing, I used to tell my associates, look, they never got, and these is black folks.
Mm-hmm.
They never got medical. They
Mm.
never got dental. They never got vision. They never got none of no health insurance or none of that.
Mm.
But my thing is that how can we get this message out to our people how important this really is? Because sometimes people say, I want all my money. All my money. I get my money in the streets. I get my money. But that's where you're going to die. And
Mm.
then those same friends you run the streets with, they're gonna be laughing at you. Man, that nigga I ain't got no money. They're gonna be laughing at you while you in that
Oh,
call center.
come on.
So how what as an insurance agency, what are you doing to make sure that you get enough people
Mm.
sign up and let them know how important this is?
Yeah, yeah, that's a good question. So when it comes to our agency, the way we look at it is we all about distribution. Distribution. McDonald's, they are not known for the best burgers, but they're known to be where you need them to be when you're hungry, right?
Hmm.
They've mastered that. They're on every corner. That's my vision for my agency is that we want to be on every corner. So how do we do that? We need more people to become licensed agents where I can
Hmm.
pour into them, teach them everything that somebody taught me 3, 4 years ago, right? The insurance game, teach it to them, and then we get into their markets and start to educate people, right? We're on a podcast, right? Here we are, right? On TikTok, whatever I can do on there, whoever I can reach, I'm doing it. We're out in the communities. I was just at a one of my local churches. All I need is a whiteboard and a marker and my voice, and I got it.
Hmm.
I don't need no smart whiteboard, none of that. All I need is a marker to be able to get his information, right? And so the more people we recruit and bring on to our agency, that's how we get distribution. I'm not sure if you know, so we have a large office in the DMV area, right? Calverton,
Hmm.
what's that, Maryland? We got one over there. And so we have offices everywhere. Illinois. I'm building one here in Milwaukee. So distribution. And so the other thing is that you got to lead with education for our people. Nobody wants to
Hmm.
hear what they should do, what you got to do, what you need to do. No, no, no. Look here, I'm just giving you information. And then I just sit back and I let the people do what they want. I'm not about to pressure you to get nothing, convince you to get nothing, even though I want you to get something. But at the end of the day, it's on you and your family with this decision you gonna make. That's it. I can't do much after that. You know what I mean? And so
Hmm.
um, that's just really it. It's just leading with education, breaking stuff down simple. It ain't complicated at all, and they just got to have the right mindset to be able to, take that step. Take that
But
step.
how can we get through? Like for instance, like the
Mm-hmm.
projects. That's what we as a whole need to hit because a lot of it's people that's in the hood, those people that's dying.
Mm-hmm.
And do you ever feel like you and your crew go out in the projects or unwanted neighborhoods and let them know, talk to their mamas, talk to their
Mm,
aunts, uncles, because I think these young kids of today, different breed, they have no fear.
mm,
Their fear is off the scale.
yep.
They will react before they think, and then
Mm,
they think later, and then by that time it's too late.
mm-hmm.
How can you and your agency go into the neighborhoods that the government don't even want to help and tell
Mm-hmm.
them about life insurance, how valuable this is because you can get it on your child, your niece, your nephew, because these young kids are dying at the age of 10, 11, 12, and 13.
Yep.
What are y'all goals as far as going into these
Yeah.
communities?
It's so crazy you said that, Truth. I love this. I love this because we actually have a campaign, a crusade going on. 1,000 Black lives with $1 million of coverage. Right? 1,000 Black lives with $1 million of coverage. Because think about it. You just said these neighborhoods, right? The undesirables, right?
Hmm.
Overlooked, underserved. That's what we call them. Overlooked and underserved. That's our target, right? And so we got to step above the little guy in the street. We got to
Okay.
not talk to him because he, like you said, fearless. He don't want to hear about it. Nah, nah, nah. We got to get to the moms, the aunties. So what we doing? We taking it back old school. Hello, ma'am. My name is Melissa. La la. I got some paperwork. I got some brochure. Right. We're setting up events at the communities. Like I said, we did one at the church. Our next one is going to be at the local library, which is smack dab in the hood. Right. And the people that come, right? We canvassing, handing out flyers, right?
Yeah. Do me a favor. Sign back out and sign back in because your Wi-Fi is messing up. So sign out and then sign back in.
Okay, we back.
Okay.
It went out for a second.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yep. So it's just really boots to the ground, Truth. That's it. It's boots to the ground. Um, we're popping up at people's work, telling them about their retirement accounts, because nobody is coming in to save us. I tell people that
Yeah.
all the time. If they
Yeah.
were, they would have been there. They would have been there. Right?
Because
Nobody is
we're
coming
gonna
in.
talk. We're gonna talk about some other stuff after we talk about this insurance stuff. So.
Come on. Come on. Right? I'm
so
gonna get this.
so with the insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So for a person like me, right?
Yep.
Um, I'm I'm 49, right?
Mm-hmm.
So by me being 49, um, you take all my information. How much should I get a policy for my age?
So that's a good question. It depends. It
I don't
depends.
have no. I don't drink. I don't smoke.
Okay.
I don't do none of that crazy stuff. I don't have no health issue.
Okay. Okay,
So
that's good.
I got
What
good
are
credit.
you have good grade? Got it. Got it. Okay, I got it. So the biggest thing is this: when I'm talking to somebody and they're inquiring about insurance, first thing we do is educate them. I need to give you your options. I just can't off the bat. Oh, you need this, Truth. Get it. No, no, no. I'm gonna educate you, and you gonna decide which one sounds the best for you and your situation. Second
Hmm.
thing, we got to figure out how much coverage you need. I talk to a lot of people. Oh my God. Oh, I'll be like, okay, do you have
So
something
let's
in
say I need $5 million.
5 million?
Let's say I need.
Okay.
Okay, let's
So
work
five
with that
million.
number.
That's a lot of insurance. That's great. With term, you can get a lot of coverage for just a little bit of money. Remember, I told you
So how
$69.
much would that be?
I don't know. I don't got the system in my head, truth. It's on my laptop. It's on my laptop. I
Go
gotta
get
go
the laptop. Go get the
see because
laptop. Go get the laptop.
if I open up anything else, this is not gonna work.
Going to
Yeah,
work.
I'm
Okay,
already
I
knowing.
got you.
But
Okay.
the thing is, but the thing is this. I can give you a quote for sure. The thing is this. You gotta let me know what's your budget. You got to let me know what you want to pay a month. That's how I can decide what plan and what company I'm going to send you through.
Okay.
Right? So
Mm.
it's never a case of, hey, you got to pay this amount. Do you want it or not? No, no, no. You tell me what you're working with, and then I develop a plan around that. That's it.
Okay. So you're
That's it.
saying if I could tell you, okay, I want to pay 150 a month. So you will work up a
Mm-hmm.
plan. So I want to make sure that the listener make sure they understand what you're saying. So
Yep.
so for example, people, if she's saying you can only afford 150, he's going to work a plan around you to make you feel comfortable, make sure you don't miss no payments, make sure there's
Right.
no gaps, make sure you can pay it every fifth of the month or every
Yep.
first of the month. Because at the end of the day, this is your life.
Come
Because
on.
if you die today or
Ooh.
tomorrow, just know that your ass going in a box with some ashes. So at the end of the day, see, this is how you
Right.
gotta reach the people because sometimes people, and another thing, you're young, so
Mm-hmm.
people are not going to take you seriously. Oh
Mm-hmm.
man, she running some scam. Oh,
Yeah.
she running a game. But see, one thing I've noticed is that not all the youngers out here are cutting up because you got some good ones and you got the demon seeds.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about it is, I commend you because you're young and you
Mm-hmm.
out here handling your business and you want to look out for your people because once again, white folks was never showed us how to do this stuff. Like
Mm-mm.
prime example, like filing bankruptcy.
Mm-hmm.
White folks we did this forever. But
Mm-hmm.
soon as black folks start doing it, they changed the
Come
finish
on.
line.
Yep.
So my thing is we are learning new stuff. Prime
Yep.
example. The insurance kicks in if you got bad health. Like for example,
Ooh, come on.
we was never taught how to eat. We was only taught how to survive.
Come on.
So prime example, I know you in the grocery store, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you see cookies, sodas, donuts, candy,
Yep.
and one can of sodium that's in a can. Then you got probably like hamburger, oodles and noodles. Then when a person comes along and start eating right, oh, that's weird. I can't eat that food. But yet you
Mm-hmm.
wonder why you keep your pharmaceutical company in the trillions because you're what you're eating. It's
Come on.
all a game. So my
Come on.
thing is, this is where all the bad stuff is happening in the projects. And
Mm-hmm.
only time you hear about somebody dead is in the projects. So
Mm-hmm.
and it saddens me because these people one are down without God, and two they down with no insurance. The mama or the
Mm.
daddy got to go on Facebook, TikTok, IG, and go begging for some
Yep.
money to bury the child. I want to send my mama out the best, but yet you fail your children
Come
and
on.
you failed yourself. It's
Yep.
because you never gave yourself the opportunity. Oh, I need all my money. I ain't doing none of that. But here it is, like
Mm.
you said before, white folks prepare from generation to generation to generation.
Come on.
Black folks only go for the moment, the moment,
Come
the
on.
moment.
That's it.
So by you telling people about insurance, it's going to be a few that's going to ignore it. It's going to be a
Mm-hmm.
few that's going to jump on it.
There you
But
go.
how do you feel as a young black queen
Mm-hmm.
doing her thing trying to help black people? How do you feel about
I mean, honestly, I feel like there's a shift. There's
it?
a shift coming where people are more open to information. Like, for example, if I post something on my Facebook, it's people from my old school, my old job, people I know, random people on there. They gonna scroll right past that. They want to be entertained on Facebook. I found that
Mm,
out, right? I'm like, okay, let me take my talents to TikTok, right? This is the new Google. You want to know something, you're gonna TikTok it, and it's gonna come up. And so
mm-hmm,
when I took my talents over there, I'm like, oh, okay, this is a different breed of black people. Okay, people
mm-hmm,
got 401ks, they got money they want to secure, they got some they want insurance, they just don't know who to go, where to go, what to get. And I could be that light for people. I love it. I love it. And so my thing is this, when I got started, I was so upset at a lot of my people that I know, like my family, my close friends, because they didn't see me in that light yet as a financial professional. They still saw me as 15, 16, 20-year-old Melissa. They don't see me for what I am now and the knowledge I have to give them. And so they were a little, like, hold on, what's going on? Like, what are you talking about? And so when I started to show success, when I started to show, hey, I'm helping people in the Dallas area, right? I'm helping people in Texas. I'm not limited to Wisconsin. People started to come around like, okay, this is the real deal, right? This is the real deal. And so I had to again change my mindset. Like, not everybody's gonna
mm-hmm.
catch it. Like whoever's listening to this, maybe 2-3 people gonna catch the message, right? And that's okay. As long as
That's
I reach
true.
one person, I know what's going with my thing. As long as I reach one person, I think I'm good,
You did your job.
right?
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
yeah. As long as
I
you
did
reach
my
one or
job.
two people, you
That's
good.
it.
Because I just think that, you know, black folks are like mules and bulls,
Mhm.
the most stubbornest creature on the earth. We are the last
Yep.
one to catch on. Here it is. Everybody's moving ahead of us with insurance and policies, and just look at it. We know we don't have nothing coming. We know they're gonna play against us. We know they're gonna start at the finish
Mhm.
line and end up in changing that finish line. But we as
Mhm.
black folks has become so comfortable and so lazy that we don't want to do nothing anymore. And I don't care what people say. It's just reality. Because I always realize that when people get upset, you're the one they're talking about. And
Mhm.
and what I've noticed is that when you start talking about where they got to kick our money, but yet they kick our money by Louis bags, Gucci
Mm.
bags, Louis shoes, and put their money with some making somebody else rich.
Come
But
on.
yet here it is, you can pay $70 a month every month,
One
and
time a month.
then you got some insurance policy where you can borrow from, where
Yes.
you only get like 1 or 2 interest rate on the money. You can
Yes.
take that money. White folks been doing this for years.
Oh,
And my
oh.
thing is, you get insurance, then you got to see what insurance you get to where you can borrow from, because you got white folks get millions of dollars insurance,
Mhm.
and they say, for example, they get one for 100 million, and they can borrow 20 million. They're
Mhm.
going to take that 20 million. They're going to pay that 1% or 2%, let's say 5% interest rate on it. They're going to pay that,
Mhm.
but yet they're going to take that other money and go build a company, go establish something.
Yep.
Here it is. We get $1,000. We ready to go to the Gucci shop.
It's funny you mention that. It's funny you mention that. Most people don't know this story about Walt Disney. I don't know if you've heard it before. Walt Disney, crazy idea, early 20s, late 30s, whatever. He's young, 20, 30 years old, got this idea. I think I want to do cartoons, right? I want to take it a step
Mm,
further. I want to establish a theme park, right? Disney World. And so he went to his local banks back in that day. Nobody was messing with him with the loan. He went to his family and friends, pitched the idea. Nobody had any money. They thought he was crazy. But guess what? His mom, when he was 5 years old, got him a permanent life insurance policy
mm,
on himself. So from 5 years old, she's been paying into that plan. 5 years old, all these years. The man is 20, 30 years old now. It's grew, it's compounded in interest. You know how we pay interest on a mortgage and a credit
mm,
card. They're giving it to him. And so it's compounding on there. And guess what he was able to do? Go into that policy, take out that loan, which is going to be tax free, 100% tax free. It's safe. He never lost any money since he was 5 years old till now. And it has been growing and compounding. He took that money from his permanent life insurance policy. It's called cash value. He took that and he was able to purchase the land that Disneyland is on today. Multi-billion-dollar enterprise now got started because his mom thought well enough. She knew something when he was 5 years old to get this policy started.
And what I just said, they prepared.
Come on.
They prepared.
That's what you just said.
But and black people always trying to find an excuse for anything. If they can get away with it, they're going to use it. For example, now we know racism is still alive. We get it. But like I tell people, this is your life. You make what you make out your life. You can't keep blaming the white man because the white man holding me down. I can't get nowhere. No, you're making an excuse for your life to be a bum. But you know one thing I've noticed? You don't need no help to go inside of a woman. You don't make no excuses for that. So my whole thing is with the insurance, it's a valuable lesson in this world because white people have been doing it for years. White folks have been doing stuff to us that is unseemly. But now we are adults, we make our own path. But by you being so young, what made you come to this decision that you want to sell life insurance to help people? You have to go out and then come back in.
Yeah. Oop. Yep. So uh-oh. Okay. Am I good?
Yeah, you good. I get it.
Okay. Yeah, we were both frozen for a minute. Um, so my thing is this. I've always felt like
First of all, how
I
old are
gotta
you?
I'm
How old are
29.
you? Wow.
29. Yep, just turned 29. And
Wow.
so my thing is this. I feel like I got like a sense of responsibility to our people,
Mm-hmm.
right? Even like my city, I just ponder and think about things sometimes like, hey, it's so many countries, so many continents you could have ended up on, so many states you could have been at. But here I am, got placed in little old Milwaukee in Wisconsin. So it's like I'm here for a reason, right? And I came here incarnated as a black woman, so there's
Mm-hmm.
something I got to do before I leave. And so I just think about and I get fueled by the people that came before us, who they never knew who we are, right? Who we gonna be, but they made a stance. They did something that's gonna benefit us today. They wasn't around to see it. They're long gone, but they left their mark on this town, this city, this world. And it's like, man, they can do that. Why can't we? Right? And so I feel a sense of obligation to my people to be able to leave this earth better than how I found it. And so
Okay.
that keeps me going. That keeps me going.
That's a wonderful thing.
Sure.
So, with your children, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is your mission? Your one mission
Ooh.
to make sure that they know about how important insurance is to their kids.
Yeah, that's an excellent question. So I got a 4-year-old, and then I got she's about to be one in the next couple weeks. So 4 and 1, two girls. And so already me and their dad, they got policies. They got two policies on themselves already. So by the time they are 18, 21, 25, mom, I want my first car. Dad, I got an idea. I want to start up a theme park, right? Like, hey, I want to go to school, pick up whatever. I don't gotta go into my savings account. I don't gotta go pull a double at work and get another job to buy you a car. Because guess what? This money been building up since you was 1 and 4 years old. So you got it in
I
there,
wish I would have
5,
known
6
that.
figures by now.
I, I mean, I just like the when you're when and
And
I feel
so
crazy because
with them seeing that, and when they get to the age
mhm,
where they come on, yeah,
I just feel so
we
like
back true.
wasted because can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Uh oh. Yep, there you go. Yep.
Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
just feel
Let me get off
so
my
like
Wi-Fi on my phone.
okay. I just feel
I'm good.
so like I wasted because like I thank God for you for this moment. You know what I mean? And it's just like with the stuff that you're telling me, it's like, man, setting my mind on fire. You know, because
Mm-hmm.
I wish I would have known somebody would have schooled me on it. And I commend you that you're out here doing this because I think you need to get with the people,
Mm-hmm.
your executives, and have them start a podcast and
Yeah,
spread it all through. I'm on iHeartRadio. I'm on all social platforms, radios, and all that.
I love it.
And I think that you should incorporate this into, man, make sure you get some money off because you know they're gonna try to lowball you.
Come on.
Make sure you make sure you draw up a contract and like, look, I think these are the benefits.
Mm.
We having us having a podcast through this company, and I think we can reach more people that's
Mm-hmm.
in the podcast world because
Mm-hmm.
this is just a door open for you because no telling how many people you're gonna get from this. You see what I'm saying? And the
Correct.
thing about it is this is all over. So when I go live, it's on iHeartRadio, Siri Radio. It's
Wow.
on all these radio stations. It's like
I
people
love
are
it.
hearing this stuff because right now you have to understand this is the new age. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? The podcast world.
Yep.
And the thing about it is, I'm gonna need you to go to the page and subscribe though. But
Got
but it's just the fact that as black people, because I before we get off, I definitely want to go into another topic though.
you. Mm-hmm. Sure.
But I just feel like if you need me to make some shirts for you, because I
Mm.
want to get, I love helping people because my thing is, it's not enough black people out there understand. Because you got to remember, you got a lot of black people that's not educated.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of black people that can't read. You got a lot of black people that can't write. Same thing with the other race. But I'm more focused on the black culture because we are the ones that hurt it. It's not trying to tear nobody down, disregard nobody, trying to do nothing. We're
Mm-hmm.
all about building. Sometimes it's gonna come pain, and while you're breaking down, it's gonna come pain. But just know it's about building. And sometimes people don't like being broken. And sometimes when you're being broken, it hurts, and you don't want to deal with that pain no more. I think, but the worst part is you die, and you don't have nobody to
Mm.
bury you, and you just sitting in that morgue. And I just think that I want you
Yep.
to let the people know how they can get in contact because I definitely want to go talk about some more stuff. So that's why give your information out so people can reach out to you.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. So, on my probably the best way to reach me is on my Facebook. Right. My
So
name
what's
is
your
Melissa
Facebook page?
Marie.
Okay.
Melissa Marie. Um, you'll see me. I'm in like a blue suit, so you'll know me. Or my TikTok. I don't know if my handle is showing underscore Melissa Marie official 2.0.
Hmm.
Or you can send me an email. My email is CEO Mel MELP at UOPM Using other people money. That's what it stands for. UOPM. Using other people money. Ltd.com. That's my email.
Wow.
So yep.
Thank you so much for giving that information out. But we're gonna get it again. Wow. Before we end the broadcast, we
Absolutely.
definitely gonna make sure we're gonna get it again. But I just want to say thank you and I commend you because stuff like this motivates me because I know there's still some young kids out here that are doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're all not out here robbing or killing or stealing. They're
Yep.
out here doing the right thing. But I want to talk about your so-called future president and your so-called criminal.
The felon? Which one? Who you talking
Yeah.
about? Who you talking about?
So what is your aspect of of this whole role play?
You know what? I don't know where to start. When it comes to these politics, these politicians. I read something the other day. It said, the people that rule the world, they don't care who you pick. They just care that you still are okay with being ruled. And that hit me.
Hmm.
That hit me.
Wow.
We're going back and forth with Democrat, Republican, Democrat. The thing is this: what goes on in the White House, it shouldn't affect your house, right? Whoever
Hmm.
is leading, right, the country, you should already got your shit together in your house,
Yep.
right? And
Yep.
so, when it comes to Trump and the other one, it's just like either way, you got to do what's best for you. You got to get your stuff in order, no matter who's in office, no matter what policies they making, no matter what side you want to stand on. It's not going to change your day to day, who's ever in that office. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And so, when when the Trump incident happened, I was sharing memes on Facebook. I'm going back and forth with this guy, and he's like, what did he say? Oh, real people died. A man died when he got shot in the ear. Blah blah blah. I'm like, collateral damage. I don't put nothing past these folks.
Yeah.
Put
Nope.
nothing past these folks. It looked like a script out of a Tubi movie. I said, "What is this? What?" People just sitting
Because
there like,
it really was a setup. So
"Come
they had
on,
to kill that young kid because that
yes,
young kid would have cracked under pressure. The
yes,
police would have got a hold. They had to kill him because
come
he
on,
would expose like, oh yeah, Trump and his cronies told me to do this,
come
and they
on."
had to do it. They
Yep,
had to because if not, if they would have never killed that young kid, Trump never would have been exposed for real. You know what I
legit.
mean? So
Yep,
politics is a dirty game, and I just think at the end you got to face God whatever you do. You know what
that's
I
it.
mean? And the thing I really believe that they play in the black people face so much, and they use the same black people, these celebrities, these Kamalas, and all these people, Obamas, to play in black people face. Here it is, and I get criticized. Moreover, Obama, whole 8 years he been there, he only glorified stuff for white folks and faggots and lesbians.
Yep.
That's just the truth of it. And then people don't like the truth, but that's just the way it is. Then you got
Mhm.
Kamala. She ran. Now she ran on pearls and Converse. And then now you have everybody wearing pearls and Converse. Black people be the first one to latch onto something that has no meaning. Now I know the guy Tim Scott got to feel so stupid, all that boot licking, all that ass kissing, but yet he still didn't pick you.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on it? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Like you said, we just need they put a what you call it, a figure in front of us and we gonna run with it. They put the
Hmm.
again, Obama. I remember, I still remember the day he got elected. I'm crying. I'm a little girl. All I knew, this is a black man and he the president. That's all I knew. Me following his politics and what he did, I have no idea, right? Because it wasn't much. Otherwise, we would have knew about it.
Where
And
we at
so,
today?
yeah, they put a token in front of us, and we just run with it all the time, but we don't see what they're
Hmm. Behind closed doors.
correct. Correct. And I cringe sometimes, truth, when I see things like it was the diapers with the black man and his baby on the diapers, for example. And we
Mm.
were just sharing it all on Facebook. Oh my gosh, she the first black baby and family on a Pampers diaper. I'm looking at them like this is all they gotta do to get y'all
Wrapped
excited
up.
because they've omitted us from everything. And then when they bring us into something, now it's oh the first black blah blah, because they've made themselves as the standard. So when we see anything other than just them on a diaper box, we good. We oh yeah, they see us now. But it's coonery to me. It's very much
Yeah.
coonery.
I
You know.
just like Brother Malcolm always said, you're always gonna have house niggas. You're
Come
going to
on.
have them because they don't want to live the life where they come from. And to me, black folks, they know we are favorable. They know we are lovable. They know we forgiving people. They know we are people that, oh, okay.
Yep.
But yet, you see it in the jobs today.
Hmm.
You have corporate jobs, and you trying to kiss up to the white man, but he's working on a plan to get you up out of here and put a white blood in front of your job.
Come on. Yep.
And I try to tell people that no matter how much bootlicking you do, you can wipe their backside. They're
Yep.
still not gonna be pleased with you. Got these racist bigots now. They don't took the mask off. Now
Yep.
they're the judges, the police, uh,
Woo.
they are the lawyers, because the
Yep.
lawyers are working with them. So they are your senates, they are your councilmen, and they're your next door neighbor.
Yep.
But the hate, but you see how they turn everything to where that we hate ourselves so much till we want to get BBLs, we want to get fake
Woo.
boobs. Why are you not satisfied the way God made you?
Oh man.
But society, see, that's because you got these Beyonces, you got these Kelly Clarkson, you got all these people telling you makeup looks you look beautiful. Like when you're a child,
Yeah.
they you get your makeup kit. Look at,
Yep.
oh mommy, look at me, I want to play in makeup. I want to
Yep.
play in makeup. But
Yep.
yeah, they grooming you to hate yourself when you get older. Because now look at black folks. Black folks put more makeup on their face more than white folks. And makeup is not
Crazy.
made for black people.
Mm-mm. Nope.
We
No.
already have pigmentation in our skin. So now you're putting all this makeup and stuff on your face. Now you're killing all the stuff that's in your skin.
Yep.
So now when you take that makeup off, like you just crawl up out of a coffin. Because now you should be in a coffin because you look horrible because you can kill all the pigmentation in
That's
your skin.
right. Yep.
Makeup is made for white folks
Yep.
because they don't have pigment in their skin. So
Mm-mm.
this is why they quickly get skin cancer. Not saying that black people can't get skin cancer, but they more
You're right.
accepted to it than us because of the pigment. We need the sun on
Yep.
our skin because of the vitamin D. But I look at it like where you're from. I know they got a
Yes.
town called sundown. You niggas got to be out there before a certain amount of time. So how is it in your? Have you ran across any racism or your husband? It's your Wi-Fi. Can you hear me? Hello.
I think it might be my connection. True.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went out. What was the last part? I can hear you now.
No, have you experienced any racism since you way out there in Trumpville? Have you experienced any?
Jump in. Oh man. Oh, yeah. Quite a few times. Quite a few times. So Milwaukee is like the inner city, right? The
Mhm,
central. And so when we started to, migrate, great migration north, they built that's when they started to do the highways and built their suburbs, and they're out there in these Indian lands in which
mhm.
they keep the same name, Oconomowoc, Milwaukee. Those are Indian tribe names, and we stole these people land. Now we hold on, let me. They stole
Yeah,
these
we
people
back
land.
that up. Yeah,
No,
exactly.
they stole their land, and they got the nerve to keep these names. So when we're traveling, everybody knows when we're traveling from Milwaukee to all of these other cities and counties, whatever, we got to be cautious. We got to put on that voice. We got to code switch. We got to do all of these things because all it takes is them to come to the door. I remember one time, it was like we were coming from Illinois, right?
Mhm,
Driving through from our office in Illinois, driving through, Wisconsin. We're in Racine, and we get, pulled over. And I'm driving. First thing he does, comes to the window. Where's the marijuana? Sir, we coming from my office in Illinois, driving through here to get to Milwaukee. What are you talking about? We don't have any marijuana. Oh, I smell it. Step out the car. All of us out the car. They tearing the car up and just, I'm just like, this
But
is
you know they violate your rights though.
exactly, exactly. And when we
Yeah.
in that moment, I tell people this all the time. You can know all your rights, you can read them, you can know all of this, but when you in that situation,
Yeah, it's a
and
totally different thing.
it's all out the window. They don't give a fuck about
Yeah.
your rights. They don't care
Hmm.
what you're saying. If they want you out that car, you got to get out that car. Otherwise, they're gonna pull you out, tase you, and who knows whatever else. Like that
Hmm.
that video that just came out. I can't even bring myself to watch it. Truth, I can't even watch it.
I just think with that is, but see, this what upsets me is because we can teach our little kids to be prostitutes and little whores wearing booty shorts and halter tops, but we cannot teach our kids how to learn the Constitution. I tell people,
Ooh.
go and look at your Constitution because for one, you are a visitor. Why you think, see, they gotta prosecute to make like they doing
Mm-hmm.
their job. So, prime example, the guy that killed George Floyd, he gets $1 million in retirement. They put him in retirement before they locked him up.
Mm-hmm.
They put his retirement papers in, so that way it won't affect his retirement when he come home. That way he would come home to some money, and he didn't get that many years. So the key of it with white folks feel like things would just go away. So if he died down, no matter talk about for 5 years, who said that this man is he could be home? They just tell him he keep a low profile. But my thing is with black people, we don't take the time to read. We don't take the time to show ourselves approval. Not to man, but to ourselves.
Mm.
Because sometimes
Come on.
when you know your rights, you have a better chance because they already know we dumb, we ignorant,
Mm.
we baby makers, we're welfare recipients, and we just bums. So
Mm-hmm.
they already mocked us from back then, and that label still carries us on our backs. And they use the word nigga like it ain't nothing.
Mm.
But then you want to get upset when a white man or a Spanish man or Chinese man or Asian man call you a nigga, but yet you still calling each other nigga.
Crazy.
So my thing to you, you and your husband, how do y'all interact? Because you know they're looking for a reason to pull you over. So
Mm.
you before you even get in your car, you gotta inspect your car. Even before you get in the car, make sure because they would try to find the littlest thing or
Yep.
your tag light was out. How do you and your husband handle situations like that? And how do you groom your kids
Mm.
not to react to certain situations when as they get older?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. So, when we're traveling somewhere, going anywhere, it's always a matter of you got your license, you, our insurance good, right? Seatbelts, the kids in there correctly. Okay, great. If anything happens, I got us. Let me talk. Let me talk. Cause I grew up with my dad. He's from Mississippi. Country,
Hmm.
ride. He don't take no SHIT from nobody. Not the police. I remember as a kid, I'm in the back seat and he just going off on a white man, the police officer. Why the fuck y'all pulling me over and y'all racist back? Huh? Take my license. Duh, duh, duh. And he was standing on his business, but 9 times out of 10, he came back with a ticket. So I'm like, hold up.
You got your
Man,
internet breaking up. You don't have nothing else on connected to your Wi-Fi because I can't because you're breaking
I
up.
don't know. Was it
Go back, sign out, sign off, and come back in so that way it'll catch up.
okay? We back.
Okay, you good? You good?
Yep, I'm good. I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or what.
Okay.
Okay, we
I
good.
think it's your Wi-Fi, but
Yeah.
I ain't hear nothing you saying
So
about father your father. All I heard was your father gave the police and his fussing with the police about it So that's all I heard.
Yeah, yeah. So, but I was saying, with him going that approach, that showed me a stand up for what you believe in, what you know is right. Because we more than likely didn't do anything, right? They're just pulling us over because DW, DWB, drive while black. But the thing is, too, he would always come back and he would have a ticket. So it's like, was it really worth it to go toe to toe with them? I mean, in his mind, maybe, right? He'll take the ticket, but he got his stuff off, right? He got his shit off when he talked to him. So I say all that to say, I took all of that in, and it's like I know the right things to say to kind of challenge them, right? If they're pulling us
Hmm.
over unlawfully. Excuse me, sir. We got our license, we got valid insurance, we got what's the reason you pulling us over? Oh, because of this. Oh, okay. Right. So it's like you talk to them as if right, what you're talking about. Right.
Hmm.
And that they look at that in a different way versus an ignorant, person that they're interacting with, that they're used to. You hit them with something different. It's like, oh, okay. All right, got it. And so, for my little babies, I got a 4-year-old again. She'll be like, "Oh, let's play police in jail." I said, we're not playing that.
We're not
What?
doing
I
that
don't
one.
want to play
No,
that.
sir.
And
Yeah,
so
we
it's
not.
like I'm teaching her little by correct. Look, I'm teaching her little by little who they truly are, but also, there's good and there's bad, obviously with everything. And so as she gets older, I'll start to feed her, stories and things like that, so
Hmm.
she can make a decision on, how she want to view them, in her mind. But she's gonna know for sure. She'll
I
know.
mean, because we have to. It's like prime example. I was looking at a movie
Hmm.
where this guy was with his family, and he told his son, get down in the seat, don't say nothing, because the white man pulled him over. Actually, it was the Godfather with what's the guy with the lazy eye
Fishburne,
with the
fish.
no with the lazy he got a lazy eye. It had all the bumps in the back of his neck. I forgot his name.
Mm.
Um, I forgot his name. It'll come to me as soon as I get off. That's when it'll come to me. But
Yeah.
the moral of the story is that his wife and him and his child was in the back seat, and he had just got paid. He had just got his check,
Hmm.
and the police was dirty, of course.
Hmm.
And he pulled him over. He's like, "What are you pulling me over for? I didn't do anything wrong. I wasn't speeding. I made sure I was going to speed limit." Da 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 da.
Hmm.
So the police said, "If you don't have any kind of value, I will be locking you up today." And the wife was like, "What?" He told him, "Look, I just got my check to go pay my bills, and but I can give it to you to let me and my family go." And the wife was like, "No, we're not doing that." But he did what he had to do to secure his family. And this what's going on now is because you got these irate police officers. Not all, some. They got these badges and
Yep.
they feel like they're on an ego trip because they got power. And that's how white people roll.
Mm.
They are nothing but bullies. They use the bully
Come on.
mentality. And when they use it, they try to make you feel like I'm superior. Because they even took the Bible and used it for their gain. The Bible said, obey your masters. They took that and ran with it. And that scripture don't literally mean that.
Yep.
But the thing about it,
Exactly.
they took the Bible stuff and put it to their game. This is why you had black people for so long believing that Jesus was white. Because they made
Hmm.
white people look pure and they made look black people look dirty, filthy. You could go, matter of fact,
Yep.
look it up in a Webster dictionary or any kind of dictionary. Say black means filthy and dirty and nasty, and white is
Hmm.
pure, clean, and sanctified. But today's world is more subtle. But
Mm.
now the only reason, and this is just my thing, the only reason people love Trump is because Trump is telling them to be you. But they wanted to say this and be them all along, but they were so scared to show themselves. Now that Trump is come out the closet with racism, Now you see your next door neighbor,
Come on.
even your friend that you grew up with,
Come on.
can turn racist because they can marry somebody that don't have the same connection as you and that white girl had when y'all grew up together. So all they
Mm-hmm.
got to take, because I know some people are easy to be influenced. So one thing I've learned is with our kids. So I'm gonna put you in a situation. You and your husband out with the girls, right? And you see a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
white people coming towards you, and as you're getting closer to them, and they approach you like, "Hey, nigga," it's like seven of them, and it's really two of y'all because you're gonna protect them babies. What would you do in a situation like that with a bunch of white people coming at you? What's your first reaction? What would you do?
Okay, I heard a little bit. I heard we're out with the girls. And what else you say?
I said, I'm gonna put you in a scenario as far as you
Mhm.
and your husband and girls coming down the street, and you see a bunch of white people coming towards you, and as you're getting closer, you see their face, they're angry, they're frustrated, and they're irritated because one comes out the mouth as you getting closer, one comes out the mouth. All these niggers, I'm tired of all seeing all these niggers, and two of the white people come out and say something to you and your husband. What is the do y'all like to carry?
Woo! Woo! That's a hell of a scenario. Hold on now. Wait a minute. Um, first thing I'm gonna do is protect my babies. So I'm gonna put them to the side. Right. If we on the street walking, like this, I'm gonna put my babies on the side. Um, and then I might address it. I more than likely am gonna address it. Excuse me, what was that? Who did who are you talking about? What did you say? What's that word you said? Right? I'm not
You was breaking
Here we
up.
go.
I ain't hear none. I ain't hear
Okay,
none
we
you
back?
said. Yeah, I just want to hurry up and end it because I don't want your internet. I know your internet is acting up. But you know how it always happens though when you're having a good
Yeah.
topic. That's what happens when you're always
Yep.
having a good topic. So the thing about it, that's what they do.
Yep.
So once again,
Yep.
give your information out to people that can reach you, reach out to you, want to know more information. That way, they can reach you one on one.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
give your
So
information out.
I love it. So my TikTok is underscore Melissa Marie official 2.0. That's my TikTok. If you want to find me on Facebook, it's Melissa Marie. Um, if you're in a different state, obviously you got to put Wisconsin, Milwaukee. I'll pop right on up. Or you can send me an email, CEO mailp at uopmltd.com. That's how you can find me.
Wow. I definitely appreciate you coming on the podcast though. Because
Absolutely.
you definitely I want you to come back because you definitely put a lot of wonderful information out there and
Yes.
it definitely needs to be heard more often. And we gotta keep pounding and pounding. But make sure you draw up a contract. Go to your corporate
Yep.
and let them know, hey, this is the new thing. We need to reach people at the sense of urgency because the podcast thing is where it need to be. And if they say you have a good idea, so if they try to take your
Yep.
idea, you be like, look, I make sure you put something together and present it to them. You don't, I know you're not to do it, but don't give them the original. You make sure you keep the original, give them a copy. So that way, if they try to come out and say, yeah, listen, because you know they love stealing. So just drop some and just get it notarized. That way, you always protect it. So
Yep.
I definitely want to thank you for coming on. You're always
Yeah,
welcome to come back on the podcast. You're always next time have your husband on here so he can give his insight too.
I love it. Definitely. Definitely.
So
Thank you so much
th-
too.
thank you so much. You have an awesome day.
You as well. Appreciate it.
Okay, bye bye.